Alright, hey guys, it's Marbles CCG back in the video. This video will be bringing you guys a Traptrix Deck Profile, and this is post-Reddit Conspiracy in Master Duel. So let's get started here. I run 3 copies of Ash Blossom, that's just my generic hand trap of choice. 3 copies of Mermello, it's going to allow you to search a whole normal trap for your deck to your hand, while also popping a spell trap if it's special summon. Then we have 2 copies of Dionea. Dionea is just a reliable Traptrix monster because it's able to let you special summon a Traptrix monster from your grave. When it's special summon, you can target a whole normal trap in your grave and set that target. So the reason I like running 2 copies is that there's a specific combo where you can actually get 2 of these monsters out. So I like running the second copy for that reason. Then I have 2 copies of Mantis. Mantis here, when it's normal summon, it lets you add a Traptrix monster from your deck to your hand. So it's actually a 1-card combo that you can do using this card, and that's why I like running 3 copies of it here. Then I have 1 copy of Visculum. So I've seen a lot of people don't like running this card. I think this card can just be reliable as a monster to get out, just if you don't have enough ways to special summon a Traptrix monster out. And sometimes that can happen if you just don't get the right hand, and that's why I like running just a 1 copy of it. 3 copies of Pudica. Pudica, when it's normal summon, it can let you set one of the field spells, and the field spell is just a really good Traptrix card, really good field spell in general. And then 3 copies of Arachnocampa. Arachnocampa just lets you get a Traptrix monster that it's a Traptrix monster that can be special summoned out from your hand just by itself. So for that reason, I think it's just reliable to have here as 3 copies. I have 3 copies of Parallel Exceed because you can easily get a Link 1. And if you do, you can get Parallel Exceed here and go into your one of generic Exceeds. Then I have 2 copies of Lord of the Heavenly Prison because you run traps, and I think it's pretty cool to be able to protect them and also get this beefy monster out. Pot of Prosperity just to add some consistency for the deck. Then I have 2 copies of the Traptrix Garden. Traptrix Garden is just an amazing field spell because it actually lets you normal summon a second time, and that's the main reason why you're going to want to be using it, just because these Traptrix monsters have really good effects if they're normal summon, so being able to do that twice is amazing. Then I have these are the whole cards that I run for the deck. It's up to you which ones you want to run, but this were just my preference of choice of which whole traps I wanted to run. 3 copies of Evenly Match in case I go second and want to clear out the board. 3 copies of the Imperm, so it's a good hand trap that works well for this deck, so of course I want to run 3 copies of it. And then I have 3 copies of Traptrix Holitail, so this can actually become a monster, so I like running 3 copies of it just for the Time Thief Redoer. And it also works well with a lot of combos here because you're going to be actually able to activate it during your turn, and that's relevant for Sarah. Alright guys, before I go to the extra deck, if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're so close to 1,000 subs, so I'd really appreciate that, guys. And here I've run Evil Swarm Excitonite. I just think it's a great generic rank 4, and since you run only level 4s, this is really great to get out. Then we have 1 copy of Rafflesia. Rafflesia is amazing just because it actually gives you a way to protect your Traptrix monsters while also slowing your opponents down by acting as a whole card in its own right. And then we have Baguska in case things don't go right. Then we have Time Thief Redoer because we have trap monsters in the form of Holitail. So Time Thief Redoer is always a great monster to get out if you're able to do so. And then we have Traptrix Allomeris just as an extender. 2 copies of the Pinguicula because Pinguicula is actually able to search a Traptrix monster from your deck to your hand, and yeah, it's a great combo extender for that reason. And also, if you happen to get something with the Traptrix or with the Trap Hole card, using Pinguicula in order to attach it to this card can protect just your opponent being able to use it later on in case you're trying to revive it or use it for a combo or banish it for a cost for something like that. Just being able to take it is really annoying for your opponent. Then we have Zeus as it's an Exceed deck, so of course you want to have Zeus. 3 copies of Sarah because Sarah is just an amazing Link 1, and it just has done so many favors for this deck because if a normal trap card is activated, you can special summon a Traptrix monster from your deck with a different name, and if your other Traptrix monster's effect is activated, you can set 1 whole normal trap directly from your deck. So it does 2 things, and you're pretty much always able to use both of those effects and just continue playing, so it's amazing for that reason. Obviously, because you have Earth monsters and being able to take an Earth monster and extend from there is nice. 1 of the Caleria because during your end phase you can target 1 Traptrix monster in your graveyard, special summon in defense position, which is what I really like to do, just because a lot of Traptrix monsters actually have effects that are relevant if you manage to keep them during your opponent's turn. So for instance, we have Traptrix Arachnocampa here, and here its effect says the first time each set card in your spell and trap card zone would be destroyed by card effect each turn, it is not destroyed. So stuff like that, it's just able to get it out and give you a reason to protect it. And then here we have Oedipus. So Oedipus is nice because it's actually able to negate a bunch of cards really easily. And yeah, it's a pretty strong Link 3. Then we have Underworld Goddess because we are able to get a good amount of monsters out, and being able to use this to clear the board out a bit is pretty nice. And also You know, when your opponent activates a card effect that special summons a monster from the grave, then being able to negate that is also pretty relevant and pretty nice when you're able to do that. And I am going to be uploading combos for this deck, so make sure to stay tuned, guys. I am going to be adding on to the combos that I had previously. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.